Okay, so now we're going to look at making toppers for our follower rods. Okay, so if we want to put an image on top, what I've done is I've gone through and Bart Simpson skateboarding, just searched it. I'm going to take this image right here and I'm going to create a piece to put on top of my follower that I can put Bart Simpson on. So just like we did with our cam, I'm going to do sketch. I'm going to do it on the top. So sketch on the top. The reason I'm doing top is so that it would lay flat on the printer without having to do much rotation. So I'm going to sketch a rectangle. Okay. Say I want Bart to be 3 inches tall. I'm going to change that number there to 3. And the width doesn't really matter, but I'm going to also make it 3. Okay, finish that. And that's just a background so we can kind of size our image appropriately. So now I'm going to sketch on top of that. I'm going to insert image, import. And if you don't see this word import, maximize your screen on your Chromebook. And here is my Bart Simpson photo. Over here says it's downloaded. Now I've got a usable image in this document. So when I click it, nothing happens, but I'm going to come over here to this corner, click, and I'm going to drag until Bart fills up my square right there. I'm going to go a little bit larger. Okay, I want a little bit larger because the skateboard doesn't quite touch at the bottom. So I tried to measure his hair just a little bit above it. But right there, I know that Bart's going to be about 3 inches tall. All right, he's less than 3 inches wide. So that looks good to me. So I'm going to finish that sketch. I'm going to go ahead and hide that original background. But what I'm going to do now is create a third sketch on that same top plane. And I'm going to take my spline tool and I'm going to go around. Just going to start here. And I don't want to be just too close on the points. Though some of these finer detailed, like his fingers, I'm going to click a little more often. But something like his arm, I'm going to space those out. We're not trying to get it perfectly accurate. All right, now that one, we'll come back to that. All right, I'm going to end it right there so that I can just do a straight line tool. I'm going to do his hair with this straight line tool. Connect to that last dot so that my hinge is closed. I'm going to hit escape. Now I don't like this right here, so I can grab that dot, drag it around a little bit, kind of make sure it's fitting into the form I want. I'm not so worried about that. It's got a pretty good shape. Drag this dot out just a little bit. Something like that looks good. Okay, that looks good. I don't like this one. Drag that in. Let's get that a little bit closer. So that right there looks pretty good. If I want to cut that out, again, just take my spline tool. All right, there's that one. Hit escape. Start fresh. I can do this cutout. And make sure that closes up so you have a complete image. So now that I've got those done, I'm going to hit my check mark and I'm going to come over here to sketch. I'm going to hide that sketch. I'm going to go ahead and hide sketch 2. All right, so all that's left is my Bart Simpson. Do a quick extrude, that face. I don't want those selected. And there's Bart. Depth. All right, since we're just gluing a sheet of paper to this, I'm going to change this to something pretty thin, like 0.15. It doesn't have to be too thick, but we're good with that right there. So if you look, okay, this right here, this line, since we built on that top going up, this will be the part that's face down. So if I'm putting a spot to put my follower rod, I'm going to build it up off the back of this. Okay, so I want to build it on this side. So I'm going to do another sketch on Bart Simpson here. All right, making sure I click that face. I'm going to build a rectangle. All right, if I want that follower through the center, something like that. The follower rod is a 1/4 inch, so I need a little bit bigger than that. I'm going to go 0.35. 0.35. Okay, and I'm just going to drag this, well, escape, grab this and drag it where I want it, finish it. I'm going to extrude that square. Again, 0.35. So now if we look, we've just created a box right here. Okay, now the last part, right, on that bottom of the box, I want a hole cut out for me to place the follower rod. So I'm going to sketch. I'm going to click that face. My square that I'm working on is highlighted. Okay, I'm going to put a point in the center. So if I slide across the top, there, that shows me it's the midpoint. And it's not what I wanted to do. So I'm going to highlight that, go down. It's drawing a line to the center. I'm going to come to this one, select midpoint. And now whenever I go over, those two align. That's the center of my square. So do a circle. All right. And just like our axle hole, 0.262. Do an extrude, that circle, but we want to remove. Okay, we want to go to a depth of 0.25. Okay, so now there's a spot for my axle hole. I've got my Bart Simpson, and now I can put that on top, paint it if I want. I can print out my image, and there we go. But if you notice, it is flipped. Okay, all right, he is reversed, so maybe I wanted to put it on the other side. Anyways, there is how you make a topper. You guys have a great day.